So let's go over project one. Where's my project one? Yeah, it looks like this one. Right? This is the one. Project one. All right. The main Excel skill that I'm trying to show from this project, actually it's just not that difficult, but it's trying to combine those skills now that appear in the textbook with VLOOKUP and if function that talk about from the textbook and assignment and others, right? So what we're trying to do, we're trying to learn how to calculate the average, weighted average, what they call. And you can use weights, right? Then multiply by the value. Then you're going to sum up whatever those, calculation. Then it'll give you weighted average. Here's the example. You have 5 items. They have, each of them has different weights, like 20%, 15%, 50%, 15, and 35. So I make it easier for you because this weight doesn't have to be percentage, right? Weight had to be just raw number. It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? But I just make it 100% so, we have a better understanding. So different weights, then you have each score for the item given. So what you're doing is, without using any skills or any other Excel formula, what you're going to do is you're going to, for example, let me just lay out, equals take this 20% times 100, which is homework, right? The value of the homework for this student, first student. Then you add it next item, which is 50%, right? So I want to just give a parenthesis to make it easier to understand. Then you take quiz 1 for multiplication. Then you keep adding it just like that. 15% times quiz 2. 15% times quiz 3. Another 50% times $96. I think I did it twice. I think I lost somewhere. Which one I forgot? KLMN. KLM. Quiz 3. Oh, I don't know who. I'm not quite sure I missed it. But let's just complete it. Because that's the idea of this thing. Final. I think I repeat the same thing over somewhere. K3 L M N 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. But L M N O. I think I repeated twice. That's why. Sorry. Yeah, those. Is this right now? So yeah, so that's the one. That's the manually calculating weighted average, right? So instead of doing that, so we want to use the sum product. So that's the main theme of this exercise, okay? And also we have a rank right here. You have now found, for example, average for each student. Then we're going to rank this average for entire class. The higher the average, the higher the rank. Meaning is the highest number at the top and lowest number will be the last rank. Okay, so that's what we're going to do in this example. And first thing you're going to do is just use the count A function here in B5. So we're going to count number of students using student ID. So rather than using just count option, we're going to use the count A so that you count only those cell containing values. For example, if it's blank here, and the count A function will not count this blank. So that's the unique feature of this count A function. Notice that it was 66, but if you delete one of them, then make it blank, then it would not count this blank cell. So that's the difference between count A function and count function. Okay. Then weight, just enter this based on the directions. Then you're going to calculate the class average. That's just using average function. So I'm not going to do that part. Low, using min function. Median, just using median. And high score using max function, okay, for each of those items across, entire student, right? So that's what you're going to find. Then, I don't know which comes first, but I think next thing is just go to class average, right? So instead of doing manually, I'll calculate it like I showed here. In this example, you're going to use sum product right here. There's sum product. So that will give you weighted average, just like give you the same results. So syntax of the sum product is the weight, the range of weight, then the range of those each item, which is K3203, okay? But you need to enter comma between. So that's the syntax, okay? So watch out for those syntax, especially punctuations. Then the reason I have a $sign, I'm sure you understand at this point, adding $sign so that B8 and F8 will not change as you copy to other cells. So that will give you exact same number with, the one we calculated earlier, 95. The rest of the column, all you do is just autofill all the way down. And the other one, column Q, will calculate or show the rank of each student using class average. Okay. So all you do is the rank function is pretty simple. All you do is just rank, then first variable would be the value that you're trying to rank. In this example, class average. So using P3, comma, then highlight entire column or entire cell you're trying to compare against or rank against. So that's why you have a P to P, okay? Or you can do P3 to P, whatever the last cell at the bottom. But P to P is much simpler, right? So, and that's how you're going to show the highest score, number one rank. The lowest score will be whatever the last rank. But if you want it the other way around, then you can use what they call ascending order, right? You see that here, ascending. So if you type it in, comma, number one, that means Excel will rank the scores ascending order, meaning the lowest score will have the rank 1, and the highest score will be rank whatever the last. Okay. But default is default is this descending order, so you don't have to declare, which is 0. So, right? So that's a rank function. I think rank function appeared in the textbook, by the way. So then we're moving over to here, column B. So what we're going to do is, so based on this range of data set we found, then we're going to use the VLOOKUP function. Okay, VLOOKUP function, vertical lookup function that appear in module 3. I think it's going to appear over and over for the rest of the textbook. Okay, because some reason, this textbook really loves VLOOKUP and if function, those conditional function, which is understandable because it's kind of, kind of easy. I mean, it's not easy, but very convenient function. But anyway, so we're going to find out student information in terms of name, first name, last name, homework, quiz 1. So that's the same order appear in here. It's not the exact order because last name comes first. So all you do is just take first name, then you go to last name, then that's the number 4 position in terms of data range when you highlight this area. Let me just, when you highlight this area for VLOOKUP range, so that's the H will be number 1 position, I, 2, 3, 4, all the way down here. Q will be like a 10 position in terms of column index number. Okay. So we're going to do that VLOOKUP. So VLOOKUP using B15, which is just given. Okay. So B15, just book, or have it to use this one. There can be any value in column H, but we're going to use 993182. So using B15, then it's going to highlight or looking up the range on the right side, comma, then we're going to have a index number, which is number 3, which is 3rd position from the left, 1, 2, 3, 3rd position, which is the first name. Then false, that's again from the syntax, you're going to show as a false at the end, so that Excel understand this is the exact match, meaning that each item that you're trying to compare with will be only one value that matches. Okay. For example, student ID for 46583 has only one last name associated with, right? Only one first name, right? Only one homework score. So that's what I mean by adding false at the end. So Excel understand this is only 1-to-1 match, so it'll give you a correct answer. But other cases can be true. Oops. True. When you have to enter the true, when you have, for example, student ID, the same ID, 4658330 has a 2 last names somehow. Okay, it's not possible, right? But this is not a good example. But for example, this ID has a 2 last names somehow. Then you're going to have to enter true, or 2 first name, or 2 scores of homework. Then you're going to enter true instead of false, because this ID has a 2 different possibilities. Okay. So anyway, so that's how we're going to handle true or false at the end, which you must enter either true or false, just like a programming language, if you have taken any programming language. Okay. But anyway, so let's go back to the other one, which is last name. Exact same VLOOKUP. Only difference is just column number, because column index number for last name is 2, because H is number 1, I is number 2, J will be third position, so that's why it has a number 2 in this position. False, same thing. There's only one last name associated with each student ID. So that's why you got false at the end. Okay. Rest of the VLOOKUP to find or to retrieve values for each item. Only difference is, again, this column number, column index number. Right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way, which is just in this order, left to right, after first name. The last position is 10, because that's one position, or the last one is, that last one has a 10, 10th column from the left. So that's what we have in column B. And I think that's about it, because we don't have any other cells to complete. So again, main thing is sum product function and count A function and VLOOKUP function. Also including rank function, right? So any questions about this? Questions? Are we good?
I think so, but but by relooking at the video, I'm in real grasp, but I think so.
Great.
Go ahead.
All right. Thank you. Any other questions or anything you want to go over? What about the tests? Do you have any question about the test? I haven't finished yet, and I'm going to finish it hopefully by tomorrow. We good? So do you think the test was pretty simple? No problem?
I think the test went pretty good.
Great. All right.
Straightforward.
Great. All right.
The assignments were harder, but the test was okay.
Right. The textbook has a pretty, some of them are challenging. And then
Yeah.
a lot of details. I think some of those statements are not easy to understand.
Correct.
Yeah. But again, just always just send me a question and I'll try to help you out.
Okay. Appreciate it.
All right. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, then we'll see you next time. Okay.
All right. Thank you. See you next time.
All right. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, for me, my method of learning is looking back at the video. Just looking back and do the exercise whilst you're doing it. The hands-on practice at the same time you're showing it. So that's why the video is crucial for me.
Great.
The video
Okay.
is crucial. I
All
think
right.
for